Now we are joined by former Shelby County Commissioner Mike Carpenter. He's here to weigh in on the conversation. Welcome to 3 at 3. And you served on the county commission as a Republican, but on many views, especially on this one, yours differs from other Republicans.
That's right. You know, I'm just trying to be a credible voice, put out accurate information the best that I can, and use, 25, 30 years plus of experience in politics, stating what the political views are and advantages and disadvantages of particular policy and issues.
And so when we look at the National Guard and it's being deployed to Memphis, what's your take on it? Is it going to be a good thing for Memphis or not?
Well, it certainly depends on your perspective. That's for sure. I think that that those that are clamoring for the Guard to come, I think, are people who probably will be the least affected. It's people who are living in the suburban areas of the county. I mean, let's face it. The Guard is not going to go guard the chicken salad chick in Germantown or be on the Collierville Square. That's not the neighborhoods they're going to be in. They're going to be inside the city of Memphis. They're going to be in neighborhoods that are primarily minority neighborhoods that are in many cases low income, and so I think that from that standpoint, there's concern from those communities about the role that the Guard will play.
They're the military, and yet it's different from law enforcement. Many people equate the two, but they're quite different.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there's a reason that we have in this country what's called posse comitatus, and I probably just destroyed the Latin there, but basically it's a federal law that was passed that says the military can't be used for civilian law enforcement except in some certain very rare cases. And so that's why I think that probably what will happen in this case is that this will be what's called a Title 30 or pursuant to Title 32 deployment, which is where the federal government will pay for it at the behest of the president, but the governor will remain the commander-in-chief, and that will allow the governor to direct the Guard to take on some law enforcement responsibilities. However, to do that, he has to declare an emergency. And at least in my view, this is not an emergency, especially when crime has continued to go down at least for the last 7 or 8 quarters.
So is this more about politics than public safety?
I'm glad you asked. I think it's absolutely about politics. There are 3 things that the president benefits from here. I mean, number one is when he was talking about Chicago, he was going to have to go head-to-head with Governor J.B. Pritzker, who wasn't going to back down on this issue. And Governor Lee, in a red state, he's got somebody who's willing to be cooperative and go along in the way that he wants things done. Number 2 is that crime is going down here, regardless of what the White House says and others. Crime is down. Is it where it needs to be? No. But you bring the National Guard in, you let them stay for 30 days or so, and then you get to take credit for the work that local law enforcement and state law enforcement and even federal law enforcement have been doing these last several months to drive crime down. And then the third thing is, in my view, and analyzing this, that this helped Senator Marsha Blackburn in her race for governor. She was one of the first elected officials to call for it, call for the Guard to come to Memphis. And I think that President Trump would like to support her, but because Congressman John Rose, her opponent, is also a Trump stalwart, he is resisting from endorsing right now. But this is a way to help her and for her to be able to take credit for bringing the Guard here among those GOP primary voters who want to see it happen.
So could Memphis use help from the feds in some kind of way?
Absolutely. I mean, certainly in terms of, if you think about the deployment in Washington, D.C., where the estimate was it was costing about $1 million a day. So in 30 days, it's really been more than that now, $30 million. If you invested $30 million in prevention programs in helping us recruit more police officers to be on the street and fill the gap that we have in this community, those things could be particularly helpful, and they're sustainable. You bring the Guard in, you can't keep the Guard here for months and months and months and months. I don't think the community will tolerate that, and I think from a fiscal standpoint, it's irresponsible. So the way to sustain these downward trends on crime is to put some resources that are sustainable.
Just last week, the police department released numbers that crime was trending down, a 25-year low. So we're trending in the right direction. So what would success look like? It's evident that the Guard is coming, you know, whether some people believe that they're coming or not, even though some Democrats said today they're going to continue to push back. So what is success going to look like with them being here if we're already trending down with a 25-year low? What else should we see if they do come?
Well, I mean, ideally, you'd like to see those numbers continue down. I mean, the Memphis Police Department, the Memphis and Shelby County Crime Commission, the Sheriff's Department, and others are continuing to track those numbers on a regular basis so that they can know where to deploy, how to deploy, and the progress they're making. So hopefully, we're going to see those numbers continue to go down. Again, you know, the National Guard may help that some just by having a presence, but it certainly won't be sustainable, and it won't be for the long term.
All right. Well, we appreciate you stopping by 3 at 3 today to weigh in on this very important issue for our community.
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
All right.